my cousin the family restaurant worth $1.8 million. I got Grandpa's worthless storage unit. My aunt laughed. At least someone has to deal with that junk. 6 months later, an appraiser showed up and her smile vanished. The lawyer cleared his throat and adjusted his reading glasses. To my grandson Kyle, I leave my storage unit number 37 at Westside Storage. The room went still. My cousin Devin looked confused. My aunt Linda burst out laughing. The kind that echoes off wood-paneled walls. A storage unit? That's what he gets. Devin gets the restaurant, the real legacy, and Kyle gets to sort through junk. She dabbed her eyes, still giggling. At least someone has to deal with that mess. I felt my face burn, but I stayed quiet. Grandpa had left Devin the family restaurant, Sal's Italian Kitchen, worth roughly $1.8 million according to the appraisal in the will. Devin got the building, the equipment, the customer base, everything. I got a 10x20 storage unit that cost $140 a month and probably hadn't been opened in 15 years. Thanks, Grandpa. The reading continued. Devin whooped when the restaurant transfer was finalized. My aunt hugged him like he'd won the lottery. My mom squeezed my hand. I'm sure there's something meaningful in there, she whispered, trying to help. Probably old photo albums. After the meeting, Devin clapped me on the shoulder. Don't worry, cuz when the restaurant's rolling in cash, I'll hire you as a dishwasher. My aunt cackled. He's being generous. You should take it. I walked out without responding. 2 days later, I drove to Westside Storage with bolt cutters, expecting boxes of Grandpa's old clothes and maybe some broken furniture. The unit smelled like dust and decades. I pulled the door up and my flashlight caught towers of cardboard boxes, wooden crates, and plastic bins stacked to the ceiling. Most were labeled in Grandpa's shaky handwriting. Kitchen stuff, books, files. I opened the first box, dishes, nothing valuable. The second box, old accounting ledgers from the restaurant, 1970s era. The third box stopped me cold. Wrapped in butcher paper were paintings, 5 of them. I unwrapped one carefully. A vibrant landscape, mountains and sky signed in the corner with a name I didn't recognize. I kept digging. More paintings, maybe 30 in total. Then I found a wooden crate filled with old jewelry. Not costume stuff, real pieces in velvet boxes, brooches, rings, necklaces with stones that caught the light. In the back corner, I found a locked metal box. I pried it open with a screwdriver. Inside were stock certificates, bonds, and a handwritten note. Kyle, if you're reading this, you're the only one who never asked me for money. You worked for everything. This is for you. Build something that matters. I sat on the concrete floor and cried. I didn't tell anyone. I took photos, researched the paintings online, and contacted an appraiser. Her name was Dr. Lillian Grant, an art specialist. She came to the storage unit on a Saturday. When she saw the paintings, her hands started shaking. Do you know what these are? She asked, voice barely steady. I shook my head. 3 of these are authenticated works from a regional artist who died in 1983. His paintings have sold at auction for $40,000 to $60,000 each. The jewelry alone is worth close to $150,000. The stocks and bonds, if still active, could be substantial. She photographed everything and gave me her card. We need to get these properly appraised and insured immediately. 6 months later, I'd sold some pieces through auction houses, kept others, and discovered the stocks were worth $230,000. Total value of Grandpa's storage unit, $1.4 million. And that wasn't counting the sentimental items I'd never sell. I bought a small house outright, invested the rest, and started a foundation in Grandpa's name for kids who aged out of foster care. Meanwhile, Devin ran the restaurant into the ground. He expanded too fast, hired his unqualified friends, and gutted the menu that regulars loved. Within 8 months, Sal's was bleeding money. My aunt called, frantic. Devin needs a loan, just $50,000 to keep the doors open. Your family? No, I said calmly. He called me a dishwasher, remember? She tried guilt. Your grandfather would want you to help. Grandpa wanted me to have the storage unit. I'm respecting his wishes. Last week, I saw the restaurant had closed. A for lease sign hung in the window where Sal's gold letters used to be. Devin posted online about betrayal and how family means nothing anymore. My aunt hasn't spoken to me since I refused the loan. My mom called yesterday. Your grandfather knew exactly what he was doing. He always said you had his head for value. I smiled, remembering the old man's wink at my college graduation. He'd known all along.